Welcome back, everybody. So we've got a ton of crazy stuff going on today, a ton of updates in this VA situation, so much stuff that we just got to get right into it. So beginning with this Reddit post, and by the way, thank you everyone who's tagged me to all the stuff going on. Appreciate that. The Reddit post reading, Venti VA, that being Erica, says, SAG, the union, has been sending threatening letters. The post reading, not surprised, at least some of the other VAs will be back in 5.7, that being 5.7 update for Genshin, for those that don't play, that's what that's referring to. And she'll cover everything she missed after the mess is over. We can see in the screenshot a user had asked Erica, does this mean some of the other VAs will be back in 5.7? By the way, love your work. With Erica saying, I think so. SAG has been sending threatening letters, so it's been very difficult to navigate, but they were rude to me, and I'm sick of this stuff, so lol. The top response reading, I also found this other comment that also mentions SAG threats. I scrolled through the comments to make sure this was legit, and it is. So let's check it out. In this screenshot, Freminet says, you know what, we'll figure things out for you. You clearly don't give a dang about us or the game. We will be demanding a recast, and I pray to God you lose this role. You don't deserve it. With Erica responding, saying, bruh, I'm trying to come back. SAG has been sending threatening letters to us. It's been very complicated. I'm coming back soon. If it had been my choice, I would have been voicing the whole time. Okay, so some quick context on Erica talking about coming back. We've got this video from Nor Egrets that talks about the situation. Let's see.
This is a really disappointing news for version 5.6 because Venti will not have an English voice despite being one of the main casts of the patch. This patch is so highly anticipated that even the livestream announcement surpassed Mavui Kastrip marketing. But in a TikTok video by Venti's English VA where she did a Q&A, a fan asked her whether she will be voicing Venti in the next patch. Unfortunately, she responded that she wasn't able to figure things out yet. There's no doubt that many voice actors felt this way when she said that the politics as a voice actor in the current landscape are very annoying. The silver lining is that she might not be replaced because she said that she will be back soon. Hopefully, this is true because fans really want her to voice Venti as she's one of the most iconic voice that Genshin has.
So it's pretty confusing right now. I think 5.6 drops on May 7th, I think it is. So we'll see if Venti is voiced in 5.6 or not. It sounds like Erica is not voicing Venti in 5.6. Once again, we have this message too where she said, so alas, I wasn't able to figure things out for 5.6. The politics as an actor are very annoying, but I'll be back soon. But then we've got more information in this post that reads, Venti may be voiced in 5.7 with his original VA, that being Erica, saying numbers added on are the order that each comment was made. So we'll take a look at this with the numbers helping us get the order. The real question, are you still the voice of Venti? Because the new update is going to suck with you not in it. Erica saying, I'm not sure if I'll be back for 5.6, but I'll be back soon. The politics of the acting world can be super annoying. Isaac then saying, I'm just worried because other characters in ZZZ got replaced and that also voice in Genshin. Zachary then saying, so you might be in 5.7, with Erica saying, hopefully yes, assuming nothing crazy happens. And there is also this post that reads, Venti's VA says she'll likely be back after 5.6, with these comments reading, thank you guys for loving Venti as much as I do. I'm so sorry this strike has sucked for everyone. We didn't even vote on it. I should probably take my own advice and shut up now. But yeah, I'm really sorry for how dumb this all has been. Saying that she hopefully will be back in 5.7. I think we already read this one, assuming nothing crazy happens. And this one saying, I'm sorry for keeping you waiting. I promise I'll be back within the next few patches. And finally, this one saying, I don't think 5.6, but I'll be back very soon. Hopefully we can cover 5.6 retroactively. Yeah, so this is all really unfortunate. You guys know I'm a fan of Venti, and I do think Erica does a great job voicing Venti, and 5.6 is certainly going to be an important patch for Venti, given the return to Mondstadt and all that. And this whole time I was thinking, thankfully it looks like Erica is not a part of the strike, but unfortunately it seems like she is. The good news is that she seems to be trying to break away from it, and of course, thankfully she has not been like these other VAs who have been constantly attacking the community. And on top of all that, she has also given us this interesting information about SAG sending these threatening letters. It would be nice if she posted letters so we could see all the full context and what they're saying. But of course, I'm not going to be surprised if she doesn't want to do that. She may be worried about potential legal liability and stuff like that. And furthermore, her simply giving this information is probably going to paint a target on her back from the SAG bootlickers. As a matter of fact, spoiler alert, later in this video, it looks like Karina's not happy with Erica, but we'll get to that in a little bit. Over on the Genshin Impact subreddit, this has only spurred further speculation though. For example, Duality, which I'll show you. This response reading, wow, I'm kind of shocked she'd speak up about it, kudos to her. I can't imagine that SAG and its trolls are going to appreciate it if VAs are being threatened into not voicing the game. I'm hoping they can find a way to return. Not all these VAs are terrible people. Conversely, however, there's speculation like this comment that says, SAG-AFTRA is already shady, but certain VAs made them look even worse, which is one possible reason why they're threatening the VAs themselves, referring to the letters or emails or whatever. Like, hey, your strike is not official and made us look worse. Go get yourself back to work. Responses reading, as far as I know, SAG-AFTRA was in support of their members continuing the strike, and another saying SAG was openly tweeting about the strike as if it was an official thing. It's not unreasonable for most VAs to be confused about the whole thing and just following what everyone else was doing. So yeah, SAG-AFTRA retweeted Anaris Q, where Anaris was trying to get Hoyoverse to sign the agreement. SAG-AFTRA retweeted that tweet from Anaris, basically saying like, yeah, just sign the agreement, Hoyoverse. It's so easy, winking emoji. But as we've talked about many times before, Anaris actually ended up deleting her tweet. That said, this comment talking about VAs being tired of being put in this situation, I mean, some of them might be, but we know a lot of them have been defending this whole situation and still continue to refuse to work. So let's not forget that. And then this other comment we read, specifically the part where they say, it's not unreasonable for most VAs to be confused about the whole thing. That part's fine because, yeah, it's been really confusing and convoluted. But the second part where they say, and just following what everyone else was doing, I don't think that's a great excuse. These are grown adults who are able to make their own decisions. They chose to be a part of SAG. They chose to go along with the actions of the strike, and they can refuse to be a part of it, like we're now seeing Erica do. With that said, let's take a look at this repost from Karina, VA for Paimon, over on Blue Sky. The repost reading from Kyle McCarley. I haven't threatened anyone. SAG-AFTRA staff has jurisdiction to contact members about violations of Global Rule 1, which could result in censures, fines, suspension of membership, or a ban from the union. All members, first of all, let's stop there for a second. Seems like that would actually be a good thing. Continuing though. All members are informed of this rule and the consequences for breaking it when they join. The context to this is someone bringing up what Erica said. So Karina retweeting Kyle McCarley makes it seem like Karina might not be happy with what Erica just posted here, might not be happy with Erica going up against this strike. So the full context. We've got a blocked post, but right below that, Jackson says, I do find it funny how despite signing agreements against AI with other studios and companies, the SAG contract is the only one they haven't and most likely won't sign that we're aware of. Makes you question what exactly is in the agreement that is so damaging that they won't sign it. With Kyle McCarley saying, this is a false claim. Hoyo has not signed any agreement that limits their use of recordings for the purpose of AI on any project. All their non-union agreements in fact have language that grants them rights to the recordings in perpetuity for any use whatsoever without limitation. And that's where this other person says, it's really disgusting that now you even threatening the voice actors. Showing where Erica said, I think so. SAG has been sending threatening letters, so it's been very difficult to navigate, but they were rude to me, and I'm sick of this. That's where Kyle made this post. We'll read it once again now with that context, where he says, I haven't threatened anyone. SAG-AFTRA staff has jurisdiction to contact members about violations of Global Rule 1, which could result in censures, fines, suspension of membership, or a ban from the union. All members are informed of this rule and the consequences for breaking it when they join. Such disciplinary action and every step in the process of taking it is fully confidential between the members and the disciplinary staff. No one knows what punishment, if any, is given unless that member chooses to talk about it. Well, we also don't know what exactly the threatening letter was about. This is making an assumption that it's about Global Rule 1 when we don't even know if that's the case. By the way, check this out. Kyle McCarley has done a lot of VA work, including Mob from Mob Psycho 100. Whole controversy about it too. In September 2022, McCarley's contract to voice Shigeo Kageyama, the protagonist of Mob Psycho 100, was not renewed by Crunchyroll. McCarley, who is a member of SAG-AFTRA, had offered to work on a non-union contract for the third season on the condition that Crunchyroll meet with SAG-AFTRA representatives to discuss potential future contracts. Crunchyroll refused the offer, sparking criticism from anime fans and media outlets. Despite the controversy, Crunchyroll continued with their simulcast strategy of releasing Mob Psycho 100 3 dubbed episodes on the same day as the subtitled release, with little marketing or advanced notice beforehand. That information making it all that much more fitting to see Kyle McCarley bootlicking for SAG over here on Blue Sky, with Karina retweeting a lot of those posts from Kyle. She's not the only one though. We can also see Kaiser Neko reposting that response from Kyle McCarley, who responds to the information about Erica. Right below that, we can see another interesting take from Kaiser Neko, saying, oh my gosh, these people don't understand that SAG-AFTRA members knowingly and willingly sign contracts affirming they won't work on any projects. that haven't signed agreements with the union, and they're still acting like know-it-alls. Well, actually, that's something that we've all talked about. That is indeed part of the problem, because Hoyoverse games are not SAG-AFTRA union games, and yet a lot of these SAG-AFTRA members have been working on Hoyoverse games and then simultaneously try to dictate who is and isn't allowed to work on those games while they don't even follow their own policies. This is also something that's hypocritical on SAG's end, because they have another policy on their own website that encourages members to work on non-union projects while also having Global Rule 1, which forbids it. Their excuse being, well, if you guys work on those, we can try and flip them to become union. The whole thing is ridiculous. Oh, would you look at that? Karina also reposting that take that we just read from Kaiser Neko, and this one as well from Jobert. This is very interesting. This looks like more evidence to support that Karina's mad at Erica, excuse me. Because when we click that and take a look at the context, we can see a blocked post. But this response from Shugosha saying, "Aw, it's little Karina that still needs to pretend that SAG is such a kind group. You're a cancer that needs to be replaced as well." Showing a screenshot that I'm pretty sure we read earlier, the one with Freminet there and Erica, where Erica had said, "Bro, I'm trying to come back. SAG has been sending threatening letters to us. It's been very complicated. I'm coming back soon. If it had been my choice, I would have been voicing the whole time." Where Kaiser Neko says, "Turns out that when you defy the terms of your contract with your union, they contact you to tell you you're in violation of your contract with the union. What do you expect, that unions shouldn't hold you accountable if you violate their rules? All union actors accept that." Jobert saying, "That kind of 'I shouldn't have to support the union, it should just support me' is what conservatives to pass the right to work laws that gutted unions wanted. People who didn't value the unions and didn't understand the benefits of having one are the reason workers' rights have eroded." He then corrects himself and says, "Who passed?" But I love how yesterday we were talking about Pomeranian of Doom accusing all of us of being alt-right for criticizing SAG-AFTRA, and now we got this person who's basically saying that Erica is acting like a conservative. Like, these people are not capable of having any sort of discussion without bringing in their political brain rot. Also funny how he's implying that SAG-AFTRA really just has the benefits of workers' rights in mind. That's like all they want. They want to benefit workers' rights, when we have seen that that's not the case at all. They simply want to benefit their own members, even if it means screwing over other workers. And plenty of times they've also screwed over their own members too. Anyways, it looks like Erica's recent actions have already upset a number of the other VAs. And that's only from what we're seeing being posted publicly within the last number of hours. There could be more posts from other VAs who are upset with Erica on the way. And there's likely already more negative comments going on behind the scenes. Perhaps we will see other VAs also attempting to leave the strike now. And this might cause some sort of divide between the VAs. On one hand, with those now trying to distance themselves from SAG-AFTRA and the strike. And on the other hand, the SAG loyalists. Guess we'll have to see how it all continues to play out. As always, thank you for tuning in. If you enjoyed my coverage, please consider liking and or subscribing to the channel. Appreciate ya, and I'll see you in the next one.